Good morning, beautiful people. Another day, another chance to practice, and it's always available to us to drop into our calm, quiet, loving center. So thank you for joining me. And today we're going to begin right away. Centering is number one. So a quick, direct way to center is to take a couple of cleansing sighs. So let's bring our spines tall, whether you're sitting or standing. And remember, you're very welcome to practice this lying down in bed or on the floor, because when we open our intention to welcome the universal chi, the universal prana, the life force, it's more than happy to come in. It's basically just waiting for us to ask. So here we are, setting the mood that we are asking and ready to receive. So take a nice breath in through the nose and flush quietly. Let it all out. Or maybe you need to yell. I shouldn't say quietly. There are many options. Let's inhale again and let it out. Let that exhale be as long as it needs to be. And one more time. Let yourself sit and breathe quietly, taking the fresh breath in through the nose, letting the exhale out through the nose as well. Sometimes I take a few more quiet exhales out through a softly open mouth. That's always a way to deepen the exhale. And you may have heard me say before that if you really deepen the exhale, the inhale that follows is that much richer. It's got that much more space. So here we are, setting our breath. I'm going to move back a little further so that you can see the demonstrations a little bit more clearly of how we're going to further open our lungs. So here we go. This you can do seated or standing. And a quick reminder, our feet are planted, connecting to the earth, so we're receiving her support. We're tall and we're connected to the sky and our personal soul star up above. So our spines are lovely, tall, free. We're smiling. We've got the breath going. We've got all the elements for our recipe, and now we're going to add all the fine-tuning that elevates it to a beautiful work of art as well as nourishment. So we're going to be focusing on the lungs. So important to breathe. Breathing is the foundation of everything that is good for the body, for calming the mind, for opening our intuition. So let's start to open up parts of the body, hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders, chest, that really amplify the ability to take in breath and release breath. So let's bring our palms together, interlace the fingers and hold the palms gently, and little circles. Circles, you'll see better against the black of my outfit. Very easy. Don't go too intensely here because the wrists are delicate. We want them to be happy. We don't want unhappy wrists. Remember, we do these exercises to open the flow, so that the energy that is carried upon our breath has no obstacles. There are no barricades. There are no lockdowns in the internal energy system. Let's take that in the opposite direction. Sometimes it helps to gaze lovingly at the parts of our body that are moving. That gives extra support. And so now our wrists are probably feeling pretty good. Let's shake out our hands to energize the fingers and just let go of any yuck. You can even add some sound. Yuck, yeah. You can get it off you, just kind of get the guck off you. Shake it out, go for a little run. This is great, you can do it in your chair. Clear the pathways. That feels really good. Okay, I'm going to come a little closer because the next piece, just relax. You'll get it if you relax. I'm going to rest my palm on my elbow, and my hand is going to go all the way around the elbow, as is yours, without letting go. So there's a point when you come from the inside of the elbow to the outside. In order to get around, the bottom hand has to make a little sneak through the space between the arms. If you relax and breathe and just watch, your body's going to pick it up. Sometimes the brain goes, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on, and then we freeze. So we're trying not to freeze, or freeze less, and come back to movement. So here we're getting lots of beautiful things happening. A massage for some important acupressure points. Also some nice mobilization in the elbow and the shoulder. And we're doing the one movement. It's like this is the movement that's in the driver's seat of the car, but the passengers, meaning the rest of the body, whatever other movement wants to go along with it, is welcome. Let's go the other way. And again, that hand that's massaging never stops contacting your elbow. Oh, that feels good. I hope you're enjoying it too. All right. Just take a moment and see how the two arms feel. There was a lot of sneaky circular rotational movement that was going on in the arm that got the massage. Okay, so now rest the other palm on the inside of the elbow. Start calmly, because once you get the pattern going, it self-perpetuates. It's nice that way. So we're rubbing from the inside of the elbow to the outside. When we come under the elbow, the bottom hand needs to find its way through the space between your chest and your upper arms. And you're just getting into it. It's like you're smoothing healing cream, nourishing medicinal ointment that opens up the joints. It's like giving yourself a WD-40, but with chi or with prana. To me, the language is interchangeable. It's life force energy. We can't necessarily see it, but we can feel it. And we actually can see it when someone has that sparkle in their eye, when they're tall and present, or when we're in love. That's a time when it's really obvious. We've just won a lottery, we've got good news, something like that. Or we're practicing yoga or QiGong, and we're remembering our true nature, which is coming back to the source of all joy. So we've gone both ways, and we're going to shake that out, shake that out, shake that out. So we've worked our way up wrists, elbows. Now we're going to do shoulders. Let's place the fingers of one hand on the shoulder. These are going to be elbow circles. And I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so you see a feature of the spiral. Exhale to begin. Inhale, the elbow rises up. When it comes up, you let your eyes and head follow so you get a lovely stretch and rotation. Inhale. The windmill is coming up one side, the front. And then as you come up and over, you let yourself expand the armpit, the chest, and have a lovely stretch of the throat. So inhale when we're rising, exhale when we're descending. Now this can be a small circle, because we all have different shoulders, but the relaxation and the idea that we're taking it into a spiral will be available to all of us. And then relax and just feel that. Feel whatever subtle difference. The body's always talking to us, but it's often speaking in a very quiet voice, almost like a whisper. So it helps when we get quiet, when we choose to let our mind and our thinking parts settle down a little bit, then we can hear those small, interesting communications, because of course the body's language is not verbal, it's a non-verbal language. All right, other fingers on the shoulder, other shoulder. Inhale, the elbow scoops up. Now you're going to have to look away from the screen and trust and look at your elbow as you come down and around. You can come back to look forward, but when the elbow reaches its apex, your job is to let the eyes follow just beyond the tip of the elbow. And we're using these movements to expand the chest and make more room for our beautiful lungs so they have all the space they need to do their wonderful, life-giving support work. Relax. Fluff the shoulders, move the neck. If any other part of your body feels like it wants to move, kind of like a jellyfish, just let it. Allow the imagination of your body to take over so it can come to the forefront. It can shine. Your energy system can shine. The intellectual part can quiet down. It's still supportive and present, but we're letting the subtle energy part of ourselves come to the front. Okay, now I want you to take your fingers. I'll put them against my black again. So we have a light close of the fingers. It's not a pinch, it's just so that we can feel the pressing open. So exhale, there's a small shape. Inhale, there's an expansion. We're going to use these as stretchers. So now we're going to put the small shape in our armpits and lightly press the fingers apart to encourage the chest and the armpits to open. So small, inhale, separating the fingers and letting that create a lovely space in the armpits. So you can lower the hands now and keep that feeling. The chest and the armpits, that opening precedes the floating up of the arms. The lungs, the armpits, they lift the arms. We're going to need this when we become dragons. So this is dragon prep. Dragon prep. Empowerment, strength, fiery nature, that kind of willpower. We might be feeling a little bit dragged down by the situation we find ourselves in. So whatever we can do to boost our confidence and to remain at our best, we will be able to face whatever comes our way with grace, elegance, kindness, and with reserves of energy. Okay, so we've got that feeling of opening up. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a little standing stretch to open up the hips, because we might be sitting a lot, tension, energy, fear can gather in the hips, and the openness of our hips is also going to help the openness of our breath. I'm going to move back a little bit for this so you can see a little bit more. And I'm going to show you the foot position in front. So our feet are going to start in a small parallel. The front foot is going to be just a little bit ahead of the back foot, basically one shoe size. So I'll show you this sideways, and I'll stand on the red mat. So here I am. My feet are just a small stance, comfortable, whatever is a comfortable parallel for you. I'm going to leave my front foot where it is, look down, slide my back foot straight back, trying to keep it parallel. So if I turn sideways, I have slid back so that my back big toe is just behind my heel, and I'm in a little parallel stance. Now, we want the weight evenly between the feet or slightly to the front foot, not on the back foot. Do you see how I've shifted to the back foot here? We don't want that. We want a little bit more to the front foot, and the back heel is down. So now I'm going to turn the same way that you are. It's worth it. It's worth it to do this stretch. I'm going to move back a little bit so you can see the top part of my body. I'll tell you about the stick later, but you'll see that there's a separation between my feet. Let's interlace our fingers, and just for a little test, we're going to, whatever foot is behind you, arrange so that that thumb is on top when you put your fingers together. So my back foot, this is the hand that goes with my back foot. I'm going to put it on top, thumbs on top, and all of the other fingers weave together. I forgot to adjust my camera so that you can see me a little bit better at a distance. So pardon the Focusing is trying to figure itself out. Good. All right. Here we are. Back foot just a little bit back, front foot in front. Same fingers as back foot on top. Interlace your fingers and turn the palms away from you. Press the wrists forward. On the inhalation, sweep the hands forward and take them overhead. I'm going to turn sideways here. And press up. Keep breathing. You want to make yourself as long as possible. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You're opening up the whole trunk. And now you're going to go up so high that you slightly go up towards the front foot direction. This is not a side bend. This is going up a steep incline. Steep incline, steep incline. Breathing. And finally, we turn only the head up towards the direction of the back foot. So I have my right foot behind me. I'm looking up at my right elbow, but I'm slightly leaning up towards the left. Give yourself some time to breathe and keep sending that back heel down into the ground. And now just relax. Allow yourself to feel what you feel and go for a little walk. Looks like my camera did not refocus. I apologize for that, but I hope you can still feel the energy. Just came into focus. Isn't that sweet? Okay. So see if you feel any kind of difference. Again, this is subtle, and if you don't feel anything, don't worry, just relax. We're going to do that one more time, of course, on the other side. So whichever foot was behind is the front foot. The other foot slides back in parallel, just one shoe size. You take the same hand as the back foot, put it on top so that that thumb is on top. Turn the interlaced fingers and palms away, pressing through the palms. And on an inhalation, go down, forward, and up, and reach. The first couple of breaths are to get taller, taller, taller. Put a little bit more of your weight centered over the front foot, but keep that back heel down. And now reach up so high that you start to go up a steep incline away from the back foot. Then the head alone turns back and looks up into the elbow crease. And spend some time breathing here. Imagine that as you open up this space, you can actually feel breath moving all the way down into your hips, into your pubic area, and maybe you'll be able to feel that. Okay, relax, come out of it, go for a little walk, move around a little bit, move around a little bit. Okay, we're ready now. Got big breath, we've stretched things out, and we're going to move into the dragon pearl flow, which is a dragon with a pearl in its jaw, and there's going to be an opening, a little bit bigger, the biggest, and then coming back down. Now we're also going to introduce a double breath for the second round. So the double breath is sniff, sniff on the inhale, exhale. So it'll sound like this. Practice that with me. This is a standalone practice as well. It gets more oxygen into the system. So remember this if you're outside near trees. Okay, so the hand movement for this is going to be, the plain breath is going to be inhale, and this is why we did that armpit movement. The chest lifts the arm, exhale. Number 2, exhale. Number 3, you're open big, exhale. Now with the double breath, medium, biggest, good. Now, you've probably done that side with me. We're going to do the other side, but I'm going to discuss the leg position. That's why I have the mat with the bamboo rod to differentiate the line. I want to talk to you about warrior position. So we're going to take a small warrior one position. The front foot is facing front. The back foot is on the other side of the line. And in fact, you might want a wider stance. You want to be comfortable and steady. I'm going to place my hands over my center of my pubic bone because I'll show you what a lot of, for example, yoga students do. We take the back foot out too far. The pubic bone is facing somewhere out on the diagonal, and then we try to force everything back. My knee and my hip are very unhappy. Knee is unhappy, hip is locked. So what we want to have is a quieter position. The back foot, the toes turn forward a little bit. In fact, place your hands on your pubic bone, and you can even look down in a moment. Lift the back heel, adjust your pubic bone so that it is facing straight forward, and then allow your back heel to relax down, just where it is. And feel that you're comfortable here. You can shift your weight forward and back. There's no discomfort anywhere. You're really, really easy. You're really easy. Okay, so that's the position we're going to use. Let's do the dragon pearl on the other side. So now you know, I'm going to move my mats a little bit. It'll be clearer for you to see. So we're on the other side now, and I'm going to face the side a little bit. I've got my hips nice and square. My back leg is comfortable. You can see I look at ease. I'm not trying to do anything like this or freeze up. So just get rid of that. Just nice and comfortable. So the back leg is the top hand. Here we are holding our dragon pearl. Just take a moment, suspend to the sky, support to the earth, and we're going to take 3 breaths. Remember, the jaws open a little bit, the jaws open a medium amount, and then the jaws open as big as you want, and it's the chest and the armpit that is opening and lifting. It's like the hinge of the jaws are opening. You're not doing it from the hand, you're doing it from the lungs. Okay. And then the second time we go, so here we go. Exhale. Inhale, the jaw opens gently, and exhale, delicately touches the pearl. Medium, large, and now the double breath. Exhale through the mouth, medium double breath, big double breath. Carry the ball, walk your way around, turn the ball over so the other hand is on top, and settle yourself into your warrior on the second side. So technically this is our first side. We'll do a couple more sets. All right, exhale. Small from the lungs. Medium. Largest. The breath may change in length to accommodate. Now doubles. Carry the precious ball, send it around, start to spin it, end up with the other hand on top, and settle yourself into the warrior on the second side now. Take an exhale, take as many breaths as you need to arrive here, and we'll exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Inhale, medium. Exhale, lower. Biggest one. And close the ball. Now the double breath. This slows the breath down. Feel how you're flushing the lungs, filling them and flushing. Carry the ball, turning the precious ball, turning around, and we'll do one more full set together so we really feel comfortable with this. You can be very loose here. If there's a pulsation in your legs, allow that to happen. So let's take a moment and set the mood for tuning into the dragon energy in the universe. We can tap into any energy field we wish. So imagine the nobility, the power, the strength, the fiery nature, the ability to get stuff done and to be strong and not fearful. Or if you're fearful, at least to remember that we've got the power that we can face whatever comes our way. So exhale here. Inhale. Exhale. Gently touch the pearl. Expand. The pearl is expanding. It's pulsing. The pearl is huge, and the pearl can also shrink. Now the doubles. Medium. Big. Carry the pearl around, precious pearl, turning it around, rotating it over, settling yourself in your warrior, which is also a position of calm, centered power, just like a dragon. Exhale to get ready. Expanding the pearl and contracting the pearl. The pearl and its luminous energy grow and they shrink, they condense. The pearl energy can be as big as you need it, and it can also shrink and become small. Now the doubles. Medium. Big pearl. Carrying the pearl in front of you, holding the pearl in front of the low belly, standing with your feet connecting to Mother Earth. Let the pearl pulse. And we're going to finish with a showering chi exercise. Exhale, the knees are a little bit bent. Inhale, the pearl between the hands grows, and the palms are magnets that pick up earth energy to strengthen our field. Exhale, we bow lovingly. Thank you, earth. And we gather more of her generous bounty. Inhale, we carry it all the way up, and we touch the sky and stay here and hover. Let your heart, your eyes, your fingertips reach up to connect. And on the exhalation, we're going to paint a giant circle of healing light that strengthens us. Like the dragon pearl, we're standing inside a beautiful, luminous, opalescent dragon pearl that gives us strength, protection, but also a coating of love. And let's breathe here, step the feet together, gather all of that energy, fold it between the hands, place it inside the pelvic center, and breathe all that energy into a balloon that you expand in your pelvis. It touches the front of the belly, the back of the sacrum. It infuses the right and left hips. And it rises up to the navel area and down to the pelvic floor. And all of those sides expand together and draw together. So the luminous pearl resides inside, and we can continue to polish it with our breath, our awareness, our love, and our knowing that we are not alone. We are connected. We are connected with others. And we can lend our support through the etheric field, through our thoughts, beyond space and time, as we know, because we're connecting beyond space and time over the internet. It's a technology that yoga and QiGong have used pre-internet, connecting through the thought fields, through belief, and wherever the mind goes, the energy follows. Tall, soft, responsive, centered, smiling, breathing. We are blessed. Thank you, beloved friends, for tuning in. And I wish you a beautiful day full of support of dragon energy that keeps us all strong and beautiful dragon lungs. Blessings to you. Namaste.